Hey guys, welcome to the September episode of Modality APAC Perspective. I'm your host Cecilia. Sitting next to me is your familiar face, Justin Morris. And in this episode, I've got a special guest, Mahendran Suppiah. Mahendran is no stranger to us. He's a senior consultant based out of Sydney, Australia. He's been with us for over a year before he settled down in this lovely country. He's been with Modality UK for another year. We have some exciting news to share, and it's about a Australian Partner Award. Can you tell us more about it, Justin?
Yeah, definitely. So we were thrilled to be listed as a finalist in the Winning Together category for Microsoft Australia Partner Awards. And so Sue and I went to Microsoft Australia Partner Conference in the Gold Coast last week and sat down in the finalists area, kind of hoping to have our names called. But unfortunately, this year wasn't to be for us. So we'll go back to the drawing board and deliver some really good customer projects in 2017, and then nominate again for next year.
Cool, that's exciting to hear. Now over to Mahendran. I know you are a superstar in this winning project. Can you tell us more about what was your role, what challenges did you face, and how did you deliver a five-star customer-centric solution?
Yeah, so we recently got engaged to deploying for a 600-man site, a Skype for Business extension solution. That was an extension of the on-premise Skype for Business platform that already existed in Sydney. So it's going to be like a serviceable branch appliance deployment. So as part of that, we needed to migrate 600 users from one building to another within the space of 2 weeks, and also provide a resilient solution such that in the event that the primary solution goes down, they needed something that's immediate to be back online. So we went for a three-tier deployment. So meaning there was a failover back to the main pool, but on site we deployed two SPA hardware, similar configuration. One was live and one was inactive. So in the event when primary hardware went down, we would swap over the cables and they would have the secondary solution online within a space of a few hours on replication. And also to account for that, we had to make sure that we captured all the customers' requirements moving from the PABX solution, which was conferencing, the ability to be on a call quick, to join conferences because there was a lot of directors inside, and also a more collaborative nature between the two offices, which was in Perth and Sydney, so that they can all get, join together and be on one solution.
Yeah.
Nice. And there was a lot of like senior execs and partners and things there that we had to account for and make sure that they were happy with the change, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a lot of senior execs actually in the company. Probably quite about over 50 or 60 senior execs in the company. And also the other thing we had to take into account is how we're going to replace the handsets to a more favorable headset or audio device or camera device for collaborative nature. So that this experience is still similar to the previous existing environment, but better in the sense that it's more ease of use.
Yeah, I think it's all about a new way of working and kind of taking that communication and collaboration experience to the next level.
That was absolutely a key element to this project.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to bigger projects and better results in the coming year. Now moving on to industry news, there's a lot happening in the collaboration technology world in the past month, and we've handpicked some of the exciting news for you, and here is Justin's own news.
Awesome, thanks Cecilia. So there's a couple of things I want to cover this month that are particularly relevant to APAC customers that we're seeing as we are talking to Office 365 customers deploying Cloud PBX and PSTN conferencing. And the first one is multi-region capabilities that is on the roadmap for Office 365. So this means that if you're a global customer, but your Office 365 tenant lives in one country today, that rather than having all of your users come back to one central location to join a Skype for Business meeting, you'll be able to distribute users across multiple Office 365 data centers worldwide. So say you're a resources company based in Perth, your Office 365 tenant exists here in Australia, but you've got users joining a Skype for Business meeting from Africa and the Middle East and European gas fields, as an example. They'll actually now be able to connect to local Office 365 presences for their audio and video. So it means they'll have a better experience, less latency. It'll feel more natural when they're on that conference. So that's going to be an awesome feature coming soon. It's really going to help customers drive more adoption and get that business case in there so that they can really see the benefits of Office 365. Next one is Cloud PBX support for Exchange Server. So prior to this, your mailboxes had to live in Exchange Online if you wanted to use Cloud PBX, but coming soon, Cloud PBX will support on-premises Exchange for voicemail and for your calendar features. So that means if you haven't quite made the move to the cloud for your email, you can still start using Cloud PBX with your mailboxes still living on-prem. So just gives you that extra type of deployment scenario so you can dip your toe in the water and start using the voice features in the cloud. And the final piece of news that Polycom and Microsoft came out with last week is the announcement, or the further information of their Cloud Video Interoperability service. And what this means is that customers with Office 365 have a big investment into other video endpoints out there that, from Cisco, Radvision, Polycom, old Tandberg units even, and they want to be able to bring those endpoints into a Skype for Business meeting. So right now, the way to do that would be with some software deployed somewhere that's sort of acting as a gateway between Office 365 and Skype for Business and those other environments. But Polycom will announce a service by the end of this year that uses their RealConnect software that will allow those other standards-based video endpoints to now join into a Skype meeting. So this means if you're a customer in APAC and you've got a big investment in Cisco video endpoints like some of our customers do, you can now bring all those with you into a Skype for Business online meeting and just still realize that investment that you've already made.
We actually have got overwhelming questions flowing in the past month, and I will bring up the first one, which is about our new business app custom invite. A question is around, can we get different templates in Outlook so the end users can choose from?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you wanted to format a template that was in a different language or with a different logo in it or a different branding style, you could absolutely have different templates within custom invite for, say, if you were a group of fashion companies as an example and you wanted to send out one with company A and company B, you could switch between those templates with custom invite so that the external participants you're inviting to that meeting get a really consistent branding experience.
Yeah, cool. If you haven't heard about our custom invite, wonder how it looks and what it does, we have prepared a custom invite video for you to view on YouTube or download from our blog. The link will be provided underneath in the just below the video. The next question I've got is actually about Interop.
Yep, Interop.
Interop. So there's tons of noise around how to get the services.
Yeah, so when it comes to that Polycom service that I mentioned before, the way that you'll actually buy that if you're an Office 365 customer is you'll go to the Office store, then there'll be a Polycom app there that you can add to your Office 365 tenant, and then you'll pay Polycom subscription, and then they'll give you a key that you can put in to that app and then assign that capability to users. So it's going to be really simple out of the box to use probably by end of this year or Q1 next year when it gets switched on.
Cool. The last one is a bit personal, but I'm pretty sure you can handle it. Jenny on Twitter asked, who inspired you to make YouTube videos?
Cool, yes, that's a good question. So I am an avid follower of a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he started out in his dad's wine shop in New Jersey in the US, and he's a bit of a business guru, and he started a YouTube video series called Wine Library TV, and that really turned the business around in a big way. They went kind of 10x in terms of growth, but then that took him into the social media realm around YouTube and video and Twitter and those kind of things. And he's got a weekly show that he runs called the Ask Gary V show. And so I took some inspiration from that and said, I think we could run something similar in Modality that's specifically relevant to APAC customers, where we can share our experiences, get some feedback with the Q&A with hashtag AskJM, and then sort of just adapt it to what we do.
Great. Thank you for sharing this and having me on this video. And that brings to the end of this episode. Any feedbacks or questions, please leave a comment underneath, and we'd love to hear from you. And if you like this episode, please make sure you give us a thumb up and subscribe to our channel at Modality Systems. I will see you guys in a few weeks' time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.